Today I'm going to be reviewing this Elegant Comfort king size sheet set that I recently purchased online. Now they do have a ton of different colors that you can choose from, as you can kind of see here across the bottom. And then they'll also come, they have different sizes, of course. So if you need twin or queen or full or whatever you need for that, they do have those sizes that you can choose from. We have a king bed here, so I went ahead and purchased these. And then I went with the reddish color as well. So I'm going to go and open this up here. So this is just going to unzip all the way around, and then it's going to pop open. This is going to be a 4-piece set, so it's going to come with the fitted sheet. Going to come with 2 pillowcases, which should be those there. And then also, of course, going to come with the flat sheet as well. So I'm going to pull this out of the plastic. I do just want to kind of look, especially at the fitted sheet. There's so many different varieties of fitted sheets and how they're going to actually fit onto your bed. So anytime I'm looking at a sheet set, the fitted one tends to be the one that I look at. So I'm going to be looking, one, at the corners. I want to be measuring how deep the pockets are on these. And then also if they have anything extra. Some sheet sets are going to have like a little strap that runs across the bottom to help make sure your sheet does not come off. This one, however, does not have that. So it's just going to have the traditional elastic all of the way around. This is also going to be a relatively thin sheet. I can see the sunlight right through it like that. So this is going to be a relatively thin sheet. Now it's not thin enough where like I can see my hand when I just have my hand placed underneath there, but it isn't going to be the thickest sheet in the world for sure. So just something to consider if you are purchasing this set. I'm going to measure the pockets here. I've got a tape measure. I just like to measure how deep the pockets are, just so that way I know for my bed, and that way it helps you out a little bit as well. So it's going to be about 14.5 inches. So as long as your bed is shorter than that or not as tall as 14 inches, then the sheet set with this pocket size should work for you. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of look all the way around here, and what I'm looking at is I'm looking at the quality now. So again, I like to do this with every sheet set. I'm just going to look at and see how the stitching is and that sort of a thing. I don't see a bunch of loose threads or anything like that. There's not a lot of stitching holding these pockets together though, so it's just going to be one narrow band right across the bottom on just right across here. There's nothing at the top or anything like that. So just quality wise, that's not the best in the world. I've definitely seen better stitching, but not a huge issue with a bunch of loose strings or anything like that. You can see here that it's going to be, looks like Okotex is the textile company that made this one. And then in regards to washing it, you can machine wash it on cold, and then you're going to tumble dry on low in the dryer. So that's going to be all the way around. I'm going to show you the pillowcases that it's going to come with. So this one is going to have like an embroidered top part across here on the top. So I do like that they come with that. Let's look inside here and see what this looks like. And yeah, so these are going to have the pockets as well. A lot of sheet companies started adding these a few years back to make sure your pillows don't pop out. And so you just kind of stick your pillow up inside of here. This is going to cover it sort of like that. So that's good for the pillowcases. One last thing I wanted to check on the flat sheet is whether it has that same embossing like these pillowcases do on the top of the flat sheet also. Some companies will do that. Others will just go with like a plain top. And it looks like they just went with the plain top on here. So again, I would prefer if they included that same embossing that they have on the pillowcases along the top of your flat sheet. I feel like it just makes it look a lot nicer. Assuming your blankets aren't pulled all the way up, your flat sheet is, then it has that little nice decorative across the top rather than it just being kind of plain like this one is. So overall, a decent value set, but definitely not something that I would consider like high luxury or anything like that. So just be sure that you're aware of exactly what you're ordering. And this is exactly what you're going to get when you get this sheet set from Elegant Comfort.